Hello everyone, it is Jeff aka JeffCompass here. Today we're going to be talking about Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD. This game was just announced. Okay, gun to my head, this wasn't the first choice I had for a port of a Super Monkey Ball game, or honestly I'd rather a completely new one. To me, Rolled Out, that I talked about a few weeks ago, is the spiritual successor to Monkey Ball. So releasing Banana Blitz HD kind of looks like a bad decision in retrospect. Listen, I know a lot of people like this game, and I don't mean to hate on it that much. It's at its core, I'm sure it's a fine game. It's just never been the game that I enjoyed. I bet a lot of kids grew up with this game because it was the Wii era. So I bet, there's a lot of people who actually like this game, and that's fine. It's just not the Monkey Ball I prefer. But anyway, I decided instead of, just rambling about Monkey Ball Banana Blitz like I have in my previous videos, that I would make a constructive video about Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. I know, it's pretty crazy. That's not the point. I don't even know where I'm going with this. And excuse me holding a camera thing. Those of you who follow me know this isn't my typical quality. I don't have a set right now, and I don't have any access to it, so I'm just filming outside my house. But anyway, the multiplayer. Now, Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, from what I remember, did have multiplayer, so it wasn't entirely single player. But one thing that they could have done, which I'm surprised they didn't, was make the actual game, the actual story mode, multiplayer. Now, you could argue that Super Monkey Ball 2 didn't have multiplayer in the story mode, but to me, it's not the same thing, because Super Monkey Ball 2 had multiplayer in the challenge mode. It made it a really fun couch co-op game where you could sit back with your friends and just sit there with a controller or two and just, chill. Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, to me, didn't really have that feature, and that's one thing that I think the game could really benefit from in an HD remake. It'd be a lot more fun, and it would make the game something and have an extra element to it that the original Monkey Balls had that Banana Blitz didn't have. So that's something I think they could really enhance upon in an HD remake. And also, I'd like to clarify that I am still buying this game, even if Banana Blitz isn't really my choice for a Monkey Ball game to be ported. I still will buy it because I want to support the franchise and I want to see future iterations. So, for all those who are like, oh, Jeff hates Monkey Ball, I'm buying this one, so I know. Thank you. The boss fights. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say they should entirely remove the boss fights, because after speaking to some of you guys, I do realize that a lot of you do like the boss fights and a lot of people actually prefer them. But they could make them a lot more enjoyable, in my opinion. If there has to be boss fights, which I'm guessing there has to be because it's a staple of Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, if there has to be boss fights, they could do them a lot better. I think fixed camera angles or the ability to control your camera would make it so much better. Because I remember in Banana Blitz, like, trying to fight the bosses, and it was just, I would get like motion sickness over it. So if there has to be boss fights, I think they can be done a lot better. Maybe have a boss rush mode or something. Maybe have something more creative at the same time. I don't know, like a bigger kind of like boss fight. I guess this idea is for a sequel at this point, but maybe something that you can like roll up upon and like attack him at its core. I don't know, something like huge, like Shadow of the Colossus type boss fights. I think that would be really cool. Just something that invokes more Monkey Ball style gameplay instead of like running up someone's wing or whatever crap you did in Banana Blitz. But that's something I think they could really improve upon, is boss fights. They can make them more enjoyable and something that I think more people would enjoy. That's the same thing as what I just said. Okay, the next thing I think is sort of being fixed, but I'm going to bring it up anyway, is that the controls and physics. Now, the physics were mostly fine. They felt a little wonky in most parts, but I think they could really enhance the controls by getting rid of the motion controls. That was one of my biggest issues with Banana Blitz, for those who watched my old reviews. I think that's something that Banana Blitz could really improve upon if they get rid of the motion controls, which they probably will, because this is coming to Switch, PS4, and PC. I can't imagine that. Well, if it's coming to PC, I mean, like, there can't be motion controls unless you move the whole PC, but I don't know. I think they will get rid of the motion controls, which that's a step in the right direction, and I will say that. That's something that I think Monkey Ball Banana Blitz is improving upon, is that they won't have motion controls, because motion controls really ruined the first iteration of this game for me, because it was just like, ugh. Especially with the Wiimote, because the Wiimote, if you do like motion controls, you have to admit the original Wiimote was not the best. So if they have to do a new control style, I think this is one of the better ways to do it. The next thing that I think they could really enhance upon is more features for the player. I'm on record for being a classic fan of the Super Monkey Ball games. I think it would be really nice and respectful to the players who grew up with the games to do their classic designs as a costume, something like that. Or if you want to take this idea a step further, they could even do different shirts for Ai to wear and Baby to wear, all those characters. Shirts, hats, stuff like that that you get from the challenge mode that they could, or you get from the story mode and from a possible challenge mode and other modes they add and mini games they add to this game. So that's something I think they could really enhance with the experience, is having more customization. I think that's something that Monkey Ball can really do well, just because the characters are kind of fun and cutesy. I think that's something that they could add to the game and a lot of people would be a fan of. Next thing I think they could add is the online. Now, this would be really cool. Can you imagine playing Super Monkey Ball online with some people? Kind of a la Super Mario Maker 2 online mode, but not as laggy. Like, you play the same levels, you're both, but you have like different shadows. I know if this is something that Rolled Out is unveiling in their version of the game, which would be pretty cool as well. I think that's something that Monkey Ball Banana Blitz could add, and it would be really cool with cross-platform play. I just think it's a really cool idea. I keep saying cool. That's cool. But I think that's something that Monkey Ball Banana Blitz would do really well, just because the Switch, PS4, and PC all have the infrastructure for it. The next thing that I think they can get rid of is most of the minigames. Now, like Banana Blitz or hate Banana Blitz, you have to admit that the minigames were a big problem with this game. And I mean like a big problem. There were like 50 minigames though. It was like insane. That's an obscure reference to my old reviews. I'm gonna die alone. Anyway, there were so many minigames, and most of them, from what I remember, weren't very good. One that I really did like was the snowboarding minigame. I thought that had a lot of potential. I think there was Monkey Flight. I really don't remember them off the top of my head. And I'm sure someone's gonna be like, "You, an uninformed YouTuber, you didn't even do your research." Just chill out, all right? But I think that's something that they really could add to the game, is mini games that are good instead of just 50 awful mini games. So maybe if they cut like 45 of them or 40 of them, whatever, or just cut all of them and just put entirely fresh new mini games in. That's something I think will really be good. Anyway, listen, I'm on record for not liking Banana Blitz. I'm on record for liking the classics. I get that. But I wanted to make this video because I wanted to be constructive, and as a Monkey Ball fan, I wanted to show that I can contribute to what the new era of Monkey Ball can be as someone who played the classic games. If I just sat here and talked about how I like the originals all day, that wouldn't really be fair to the new era of Monkey Ball, and that's a mistake I've made in the past. So I wanted to really contribute and talk about what I think the new Monkey Ball games can do better than Banana Blitz recently did. So, yes, I'm not a big Monkey Ball Banana Blitz fan or the new era fan, but I think that these games still have potential to be good and get us closer to what the classic games were. But, what do I know? I'm a failed YouTuber. But thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like the video, still like it. Nah, that's a classic outro. Anyway, I'm working on the Sonic 06 review right now. It is taking up most of my time. That's why there hasn't been many videos. But yeah, thanks for watching.